All right. So once you get your wire out, you're gonna want to put it into slot number 1. So that's gonna go into slot 1. All right. So now once you pop that open, it should look like that, and it'll make it a lot easier to slide the wire in there. All right. So once you got your wire put in, you're gonna want to extend it. So go ahead and just solder and heat shrink it. And then I have a test light hooked up to mine to make sure it's working. So you can see there's the button there. Okay. And you can see the test light. So we are good there. Alright, so this time I'm using a much smaller gauge of wire. You can see it fits a lot easier through the plug. You see where that clip is right here? You just fish it through the hole, that goes through. And then you can cut that little piece off, it's not a big deal. And then you can just run it through a lot easier. Makes it simple, smaller wire. So again, once you run your wire, just make sure you zip tie it to the loom that's in here already, and just make sure it's not going to be in the way of the window or anything. And then once you do that, you can start fishing it through the rubber grommet here into the side of the into the car. All right, so this grommet here is pretty easy to get out. You just want to take a flathead and just kind of get it in there. And you got to make sure you get it out of the little groove. Just like that. And then when you put it back in, make sure it seals up so you don't get any water in there. So there you go. Now it's loose and you can start getting your little snake in there so you can fish the wire through. I'll show you that here. Alright, so when you're fishing your snake through, the passenger side's a lot easier than the driver's side. So you're going to want to pull this little piece out, this little foam piece here. It goes up in this hole. You can see where I have the snake running through so I can pull the wire through. Yeah, the passenger side's a lot easier than the driver's side. Alright, so you can see I taped it up pretty long, that way that you have extra strength, so when you're pulling it through, the snake doesn't slip off the wire. So I always like to go a little further, and then I make sure the tape is really tight. That way also you know that it's not going to slip out. So I'm going to run it through, and now I'll show you guys the end of that. Over to the driver's side so you can get it hooked up to the relay. Just keep it as high as you can. There's not too much stuff to zip tie to under there. So once you get it through here, just kind of keep it up high, and then you can just zip tie it to little shit like this or whatever you can find to zip tie it to back there. Alright, so we're going to do a quick little recap. So once you get your switch ready, you're going to use the existing plug. Basically all you're going to have to do is get this little door open and take a wire out of another plug and put it into slot 1. Okay, clip that in, and then you clip this back in, and this is going to be the trigger for the mirrors to fold them in. Okay, so now we're ready to find a power. So if you can see this fuse location here, it's missing one. Go ahead, slam a fuse in there, and there's your power source right there. So it's going to be the very first plug right here. So use a female connector. Just plug it in. Now you got power. Good to go. All right, so we are all wired up. So make sure you take the negative wire, the grounds, from the left mirror, the right mirror, and they're gonna go right next to the black wire. That's the green with a red stripe, and then your positives are gonna go to the green with yellow stripe. So here's the two positives here, and again, blue-green is the trigger, and the white-blue is the 12 volt. Let me get everything buttoned up and I will show you a little video of the mirror working.